Oh,
I'm in
hello.
front of a camera.
Oh, no, you don't say.
So if you guys are just tuning in and you've never watched before, hello, welcome. We are paranormal. We have been doing it video-wise for a little while now, having some fun with it and enjoying, but you guys might have missed us for the last couple of weeks, only because, well, Texas weather has not made it pretty nice to stay with power. Also, we took last week off, of course, for the Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to our mothers here and all those that were out there.
Thank you.
And we got a lot of stuff to go over today. We're going to throw all kinds of stuff in. So that's why the title is Random. I do want to start with something very, very important for everyone that's interested. I love a good concert. I don't know about you guys. Do you guys like concerts?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then, we're going to tell you how you can check out a concert for $5 and never leave the comfort of your home.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I kind of thought you might like that. So, what we have is a concert that is, well, let me just bring it up like this, okay? This would be the best way to do it. This way everybody can see it. So, it is May 22nd. That's right. You have about 8 days before it happens. It is on a Saturday at 4 p.m. Pacific time. It is a music metaphor that presents the Music for Mental Health concert. Now, there's going to be some great artists there. Headlining it all is Misty Posey, Mellow Nights, and Brass Monkey. Now, this is for you guys that know that TMV Cafe is all about the indie artist, right? And so since we're about the indie artist, you know, we have this concert coming up that we get to be a part of. And here's where the coolest part is. Now, they charge about $10 a ticket.
Mm-hmm.
However, if you go to TMV Cafe's Facebook page, we do have a link there for you to get $5 tickets. You get the discount and you get a $5 ticket. Plus, you enter for a chance to win an Amazon gift card.
Ooh.
Now, I know some people might say, well, that's not really anything. Oh, no, an Amazon gift card really is a lot.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you don't have to spend the money. So you get to get something, and especially if you have Prime, you don't have to pay shipping or anything like that either, which is really cool. So, yeah. I have to make sure we do that. And if you guys do want to check out a little more details, because they have it all over their Facebook page, check out Music Metaphor on Facebook. Music Metaphor on Facebook. And you can see all the stuff that's going on. They have a lot of more details that you can follow in on. And we'll talk about that again later in the show. Until then, let us get back to random. Oh,
Random stuff. Yay.
So I think I showed, yeah, I did. On my Facebook page, I showed pictures of a particular angel that I started working on this week.
Right.
All right. So in doing so, let's try to bring it up. There it is. This is her before.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the grain of, you know, she just sat out in the sun just like this the whole time. So, you know, this is kind of how she's come together over the years. Well, I got primer coat on. Primer. I'm not done. But I thought it would show some wonderful progress.
Ooh.
Oh, that is so nice. She looks kind of bisky.
Bisky?
Like bisque dolls, you know, the...
Oh, okay. Yeah, Stella says that her eyes, there's something wrong with her eyes. So I'm trying to figure it out what I need to do to it. But I still got to do the bird and the wings with their primer coats, and then do the next coat, give her, her hair's kind of a light brown right now, almost a white brown. I did dark brown on the primer, and it looked horrible. So I'm thinking...
I would try like a yellow, kind of for like a blonde. Because I've seen some of those angels that have like a yellow hair color.
Right. So, okay, so you get to see this one versus the...
That does look a lot better.
Right? And no, that's not lipstick.
I was about ready to say, you put lipstick on her?
No, her mouth is actually open, so what you can't tell is the details. You can actually see the tongue inside her mouth.
Oh,
so that's why I went ahead and painted it. Just like, if I'm sitting there with my mouth open and you see my tongue, you're going to see the color of my tongue. So that's what I did.
Okay.
And yes, I do bless the angels, Evie. But this is just part 1 of a 3-part project. So wait until I get to part 3 and it's done. Then you'll get to see the whole deal. But yeah.
It's so relaxing, isn't it?
I've needed it. And this has been a stressful week.
Phenomenal to relax by painting.
Yes, it is. I will be honest though, it has been a stressful week. It's been a lot of stuff that just kind of piled up, from my wife taking a spill to, actually we've been clear of, we had... Did we have storms this week? I can't remember. Yeah, I think we did on Tuesday or Wednesday. But yeah, I mean, it's just been rocky weather. And now, you ever heard the saying, if you don't like Texas weather, wait?
Yeah, it's just like Maryland weather.
Yeah. 2 weeks of rain?
Yeah, it was raining a lot this past week, and our grass is like... whoosh.
Right.
Oh, we're going to need gasoline because he needs gas for the mower.
Yeah, well, the pipeline's running again.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. This was last week. We are fabulous for procrastinating.
Right.
We'll get it next week, but then this happened, and then nuts.
You could look at it this way too. There's a couple things I didn't understand, and I heard the news finally mention it. Okay, so we're having issues with the pipeline.
Right.
Okay, but we don't have an issue with the supply companies. So why couldn't we supply tanker trucks like they always do and still deliver gas? The next thing and this is what my first thing, as a business major, this is what you have to think right away. You think of the solutions. Well, they came out on the news saying they don't have the truck drivers. The trucks are shut down. What?
Was not true. That's
See, that's what I said. So I get frustrated with the news. And I'm really coming to a point to go start digging into news myself and delivering the news, the real news, not this paid off garbage. Okay? Yeah, and I hate to say that, but no disrespect, because I got friends in the media and stuff. Yeah. No disrespect to them. I mean, I love what they do. They do a great job. But seriously, all these other companies that put out news that just
and that's why people panicked. I mean, seriously.
Yeah. Did you, I don't know if I could still find that picture. There was a picture I found once. It was these people that panic buying gasoline. They had these huge 5-gallon tanks all laid in the back of a Suburban.
I saw that.
And they were filling them up. What the heck are you going to do with that much gasoline?
Right.
If I was like FBI or even some kind of police, my first thought is, oh my God, they're going to blow something up.
Right.
And how are you going to get it out of there? That's what we were talking about that today on the way to the gas station. People, like the Tupperwares, the really, really wackadoodles filling up plastic bags with gasoline.
Yeah, that's
like you kind of wonder if people's brain cells are degressing or something.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny.
It's so ridiculous.
It's funny you say that because I'm going to show you a headline. Okay, you know how we used to do a show on the station called Dangerous Minds? Mm-hmm. So we're going to kind of incorporate some of that tonight with this. And I was trying to get paranormal news, but oh my God, I saw this and I said, I've got to share it.
Okay.
So headline reads, Florida woman, age 28, allegedly dressed as a student at Miami High School to promote what? Instagram account?
What?
This is a real headline, folks.
What the hell?
This isn't the worst of it all. It says she faces charges of burglary, interference with an educational institution, and resisting an officer without violence.
Okay, how do you resist without violence?
What is the burglary charge?
That was my next question. What's the burglary charge?
And then on
maybe
top of
it's
that,
because of being of that age, she didn't go there, and that's that they're calling that burglary. She wasn't a student.
Well, if you go and get your what do they call that? The mug shot.
Mm-hmm.
And especially with all of that just we just talked about, are you going to be smiling or kind of angry?
Angry.
This is her mugshot.
Oh.
Free publicity. Hey.
Right.
Look, I'm going to tell you, I said it when Trump was running for president. I've said it many a times. Afterwards, any publicity is free publicity. And it's not bad publicity. It doesn't matter. There's no such thing. Because the number one thing is if people keep hearing it, they go to it.
This is true.
And I was reading some of these headlines on MSN News. That's what comes up in the morning. And I was reading some to Tom and just like, this is beginning to sound like Weekly World News.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the nutso things that people are doing.
Yeah, it's crazy what people are doing nowadays. I don't understand it. Why?
I don't know. Maybe it's because everybody was stuck inside for a year or something, and they've lost some. I don't know.
I agree with that.
I like Evie's comment. She basically says people don't know the difference between right and wrong anymore.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have to agree with that because, I look at adults.
Yeah.
That
adults are doing it.
Yeah.
And they think they can get by with it without getting the consequences.
It's like, what the heck? So, yeah. Okay, so here's the headline from a day ago.
Okay.
And Oh, God. Stop. There we go. So, this was a day ago. And I'm kind of more curious to the whole story of this because the headline really grabbed my attention. Now, folks, mind you, you'll see who the news source is. But still, okay.
Where did they come up with the story at?
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Ready? We're going to put this in here and give you a larger look. Police swarm house of mortified mom who left her corpse outside. Let me bring this back.
Oh, a dummy.
No. But more funny is left her corpse outside.
That's what I had to read. Okay, I wasn't seeing things.
Editing. Let us put this back up here. Police swarm home of mortified mom who left her corpse outside.
Oh, wow.
Okay, if we had to play a game tonight, one of two games could be: one, you have to take a drink or make a count. How many times does Annie get up from her seat? Number two, how many times has the news messed up on the headlines?
Right? Oh,
so,
too many to know.
The article reads, the fiasco was sparked by a dummy wrapped in garbage bags and duct tape that the mother of two had used as a spooky decoration as a kids or holiday kids party.
Right.
All right. The the hazards of not properly disposing of a fake body, of course. A UK woman was mortified after a errantly placed Halloween prop prompted a squad of 10 police officers to surround her home on the suspicion that she'd committed murder.
Oh, dear God.
They said, I arrived home from school, I arrived home from the school, run to see two police cars. See, this is what I mean by editing. And it says to see two police cars driving away from outside my house. This is Cara Louise, 28, told Triangle News of her near arrest. The fiasco was sparked by a dummy, as we mentioned, was placed outside. And so here's what they found. As you can see the wonderful picture here, we're going to blow it up, which happens to be on Twitter. Hey, okay. Hey, cool. There we go. If you see this, look at the head. This is where I say, no, how do you mess this up? Look at the head.
The head's bigger than the body.
Thank you. How can you mistake that as a corpse? Not to mention the bag is ripped. There's no, if that was a corpse, there would be no, not to be disgusting, but there would be fluids coming off
and
the body.
And smelly stuff, yes.
Bingo.
Right. But they probably thought they had something over the head quite a bit. I'm just saying.
Like a motorcycle helmet or something?
Yeah. To keep the
juices in.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, okay. EV says they could consider bloating. Man, that head got bloated big time, man.
Right.
Talk about having a big head. Okay. Yeah.
Wow. They need to read their news
I don't know.
before posting it.
I don't know where they get some of this. And like I said, Every news company needs to work on editing.
Editing. Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's just.
It makes you go, wow. I see all their mistakes.
Yeah. How about this headline? It's out of Europe. It says, woman excluded from team lunches wins workplace discrimination case with 32 grand payout. How do you prove discrimination when they just say we just don't want you to come to lunch?
Yeah. That'd be hard to prove, you would think.
You would think. But she won it.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, there's some things that you can look at and just say, wow.
You found one, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, put it up there so we can see it.
Oh, it's loading.
Okay. And we get the music too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to put us to where we come up on the side over here.
Uh-huh.
But I really want all y'all viewers to watch their faces. You saw mine because I saw it before it came up. Watch their faces. That's all I got to say. Boop. Read the headline, please.
Jeez, Louise.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell?
And what's even funnier, right, at the moment, okay, you read the headline and then you look in the little video that they got going on down below, and the first thing you see is what? The White House? What the?
Right? What the hell were they thinking?
Yeah, so apparently a college professor, Ari Nagel, has fathered more than 80 children and has more on the way. The 44-year-old educator has made headlines in the past for his frequent sperm donations, which has earned him the nickname the Sperminator from national tabloids. He will be providing a life update in a new interview with Dr. Mehmet Oz. I guess that's Dr. Oz. Okay.
Yeah.
In a clip, Oz shared a Twitter on Tuesday. The pair briefly discussed the 77 children he has fathered so far. Now, wait. This is, again, where editing comes in.
Mm-hmm.
The New York, before I read this, when I started it, this guy said, it says the guy has fathered more than 80 children.
Right.
Go down 2 paragraphs. They discuss the 77 children. What do they do? Round up?
Apparently.
Oh, and he gets his own web series. Damn, we're doing the wrong things here.
Right? We must be doing something wrong because he's got his own web series.
I think there are.
So true, Evie. So true.
Yep, so true. I think they're already doing that. Jesus.
Right?
I thought this was supposed to be confidential.
Unless
I did too, to be honest.
I think it's up to the person if they want to say they're donating and
yeah, you can donate, but that doesn't mean that it's...
the other part of it should be confidential. But if he found his way around a loophole in their stuff, he could probably find out a lot.
What if all those mothers want to go back after him for child support?
I was just thinking that.
That's true, because he's what, a professor?
Well, not only that, but he reveals himself.
Yeah.
I mean, as you said, I thought that was supposed to be private as well, but they'd reveal it. Now you're like,
unless some of his kids was trying to look for the biological father.
Mm-hmm.
And they went to the donation place and said, hey, who did my mom do this with?
I don't think, no, mom didn't do it with anyone.
Well, you know what I mean. To get me, I need to know who the biological is. So can I have that information? They might have had to take a DNA test to prove that whoever it was the father. Just a theory.
All I can think of is his wonderful comment now is to the son or daughter, I had a hand in it.
All right, guys, I'm leaving now.
Okay, on that note,
he's here all week too, right?
Yes.
Right.
Let's start with our fight or flight moments. Yeah, this is the new series we've kind of been throwing in, and I wanted to, since we're kind of being a little more funny tonight and everything, that kind of brings
some of us are anyway.
Yeah, exactly. We're damn. We're bringing in some interesting things that we can talk about tonight. And our fight or flight moment, well, this one's going to be more fun than anything else because we have two to discuss.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the first is paranormal activity.
Ooh, okay.
All right. Now, in this particular paranormal activity moment, this is kind of one of those ones of, would you attempt to go in there? What happened to where'd it go? I clicked it. Really? Okay, well, this is about as good as we're going to get the picture. Okay. Anyway, so this is one of those ones, do you go in and attack this, or do you run? What do you do?
Is that a kitchen?
Uh-huh.
A dirty kitchen?
Uh-huh.
I think I would flee. Ew.
I would too.
That's a hell to the no.
Are we watching an episode of Hoarders here?
Right?
That is the greatest motivation to clean the house, is watching an episode of
that. My God, yes, it is. Or watching some of those other shows where they tell you to, how to clean the house, or you see these people that they're trying to organize and stuff, and that... yeah, that's poltergeist activity. No, that's
oh, he's thinking of a pun.
That's lazy activity. There you go. That's lazy activity. All right, so here's the real one. I came across this.
Sorry.
I came across this one and I thought, how many times have we looked at something and said, oh, I'd be brave enough to go and check that out or whatever. But this one is one of those ones that puts you right in the middle to decide, okay? Which way will you lean on it? So, in doing so, get the balloon. Would you go get that balloon?
No.
Pam?
I might be apt to get the balloon.
See, this is one of those ones. Huh?
Why?
Yeah, exactly.
If it's floating, it might end up floating up to you anyway. I am not walking down there and getting a damn balloon. Sorry. I mean, Pennywise could be down in that basement,
right? And we're talking the original. They all float down here.
Right.
Yeah, this is one of those ones. Evie says she'd go get it. I'm sure
you go right ahead, sweetheart.
I'm sure there's plenty of people who would say, yeah, I'd go jump down there and get it. But at the same time, you don't know.
It's a darn balloon.
It's kind of iffy. If it don't float, then you can go down and get it and then
It's
run your ass
floating,
back
darling. It's floating.
Well, you never
it's
know.
Floating. It's just not going the right way.
Exactly. If it doesn't go the right way, you could go down there, snatch it, and grab and go back up. But if it just stays put, you can grab it and get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah, right.
No. You all can just go ahead and take that darn balloon. I'll be up there laughing at you when something grabs you and pulls you back in there and told you so.
Right.
Yep. That would be one of those moments. All right. Well, let's take a quick musical break. Give everybody a chance to
stand up.
Stand up, relax their cheeks for a moment. The music that we're going to be playing is from a wonderful artist on TMB Cafe, and we do have express written permission from the artist to play their music and their videos, but we did share the video link in the information down below. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I would love to share with you a great video from a Texas artist here in San Antonio. And you've seen me interview him in the past on Free Pie Night. Here is Felix Truvere with Always Something. And there we go.
Son of a bitch. What now? What else? It's always something, and that something's turning my life upside down. What now? What else? It's always something. I pick myself up, something knocks me down. I want a $25 scratch off, and then I lost it. A new phone arrived in the mail, and then I dropped it. Got my truck all washed and waxed, but now it looks like rain. Same something's always there to rain on my parade. What now? What else? It's always something, and that something's turning my smiles into frowns. What now? What else? It's always something. I pick myself up, something knocks me down. I met The most beautiful lady, got her number, and then I lost it. Got my truck paid off in full, and then I wrecked it. When my vacation finally came, I missed my plane. I finally made it to France, but my luggage was sent to Spain. What now? What else? It's always something, and that something's turning my life upside down. What now? What else? It's always something. I pick myself up, something knocks me down. What now? What else? It's always something, and that something's turning my smiles into frowns. What now? What else? It's always something. I pick myself up, something knocks me down. I pick myself up, always picking myself back up. I pick myself up, something knocks me down.
There you go. Yeah.
Very good.
He is an amazing artist. And to be honest with you, I enjoy his music. You can find all his music on all the wonderful streaming sites, Amazon, YouTube, Amazon, CD Baby, all those wonderful places. You can find his music. And just so you know, sorry, I will not give this one out. It is an autographed copy.
Oh,
I know where you live. There's the lamps.
I might talk to Felix, and actually, I might do that this weekend. I might talk to Felix and see if he would be interested in possibly giving away a autographed CD to someone if we do a contest.
Ooh, that would be good.
That'd be good, but I can't enter.
I didn't say there would be any restrictions to this contest.
Oh, that wouldn't be fair, though.
Yeah, it would.
Let's see what we can work out. And speaking of working out, let's get this back up, which seems to be hidden. Yeah. There it is. Now we're just going to blow that up so everybody can see it. Just as a reminder, because we have this event coming up that we want to share with you guys. It is the Music for Mental Health concert. Now, this is what's so cool about it is it's actually for a great cause. So their ticket for this, it's a virtual concert, folks. This is what's important. It is a virtual concert on May 22nd. You can watch in your pajamas from the comfort of your home. And you don't have to pay full price for it. $5, which I've already got my tickets, but you could do that. Go to TMV Cafe's Facebook page. We have a link to it, which you click that link and you only have to pay $5. And you enter for a contest to win a Amazon gift card. This is amazing stuff. Go click the link, pay the $5. If you don't watch the concert, at least you're helping support mental health awareness. That's the most important thing of this whole concert. Now, it is nothing but indie artists, but it's amazing that you get the opportunity to help an organization that a lot of people don't really realize is a real deal. So, and if you are looking for them on Facebook, the actual group, it is Music Metaphor. That is their their Facebook page, Music Metaphor. They're on Twitter and so forth. So you can actually check them out in many different ways. But yes, go tell them TMV Cafe sent you. Get your discount and enter for the chance to win an Amazon gift card.
That would be sweet.
Yeah, and again, just a reminder of some of the artists. Actually, that's why I had this up here. Give me a second. Scrolling back down to where I was a moment ago. Okay, and this is something cool. If you didn't know, this month, May, is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yep.
And so some great indie artists that are going to be there. Misty Posey Music, Mellow Nights, and Brass Monkey, just to name a few. If you are fans of, say, the Rolling Stones, Josh Groban, Foo Fighters, Lauren McKinnick, or even the Doors, then you're going to love this music.
Mm.
And like I said, if you go and click on their link. Now, I do have, let's say you go to there and you go click on their link and you're like, oh no. It's okay. Use the promo code TMV, like the radio station, TMV5. TMV5. And that'll still get you the $5 discount. Or get you where you only pay $5 a ticket. Will I be playing music all weekend? Oh, their music. I have been trying to get their music. I don't quite have their music. I would love to broadcast the actual event. Only problem is there's certain rights we have to fight through. And when I was notified about it, I don't think we had enough time to actually get through that. But it would have been nice because I would have loved to broadcast that,
right,
as well. But at the same time, I think it's better to do it their way because we're making, like, in a sense, a donation to an organization that really helps.
Yeah.
And so you want to make sure that you're doing that. So once again, May 22nd at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's like California time, if you didn't know. So like Central Time, that's 6 p.m. Eastern Time, that's 7 p.m. So if you got to know your time zones to try to get that in there. But check it out. And make sure that you do this. Now, this is, like I said, we're supporting indie artists. We're supporting mental health awareness. And, man, this is like everything. Where the heck are you? No, yeah, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, I'm going to say 1 p.m.? Okay.
I was like, where are you? So, yeah, there you go. And it's really great. As I said, TMV has been proud to support nothing but the independent artist. And as we do that, we have more and more people submitting music, more people admiring the station. I've just gotten emails randomly that says, thank you for playing such great music. Others who... okay, she has to be picky.
Yeah, she does.
She says mental health is a broad issue. Yes, it is. But it is Mental Health Awareness Month. So the organization knows where they need it the most right now to do research and to help. And that's where it goes into. Don't get me wrong. The first time I heard it, the first thing I thought about was a little bit of Quiet Riot. Anyone else can think of that song?
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. I know it don't take much, but there you go. And now I put a song in everyone's head, and they're like, I hate you for this.
Yes, I do.
That's the best part.
You are evil.
Can I ask a question?
Go for it.
You did.
Yeah, I know. This is where it gets more interesting.
Uh-oh.
If you can't already see my face cringing a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what is it?
Why would you do this?
Creator of gross character.
Why would you do... Let's see. I'm going to put this where you can see what this guy has done. He has made spaghetti and meatballs and all that stuff on a countertop.
Why?
Oh, I'm sorry, she.
She?
Yeah. And this is where it gets better. She won, and now this video has gone viral. But she says this is the easiest way to make spaghetti for a crowd by mixing the ingredients on a countertop.
Why not in a pan?
Right?
That would be less cleanup.
Right?
Right?
It's kind of like I think it's the nachos that they do on a counter, but at least they put foil down and then put the nachos, the hamburger, and all that good. It's like what is it? Taco Supreme or some shit. And they put it on foil. Less cleanup.
I don't know.
Look,
I'm telling you, people are so whacked out nowadays. Maybe I'm just getting old. I can't handle all this stupid nonsense.
Right.
Look.
I think I can't deal with it either. I deal with it on a daily basis, though.
I cook, okay? I do those things. I make things. In fact, I made a really cool purse cake.
Right. I've seen that.
Yeah. In fact, I can share that on here just a second so you guys can see. I don't need to put it on a friggin' countertop to put it together. I mean, seriously, what are they thinking?
They're being lazy because they think that would be an easy cleanup.
Okay, would you go to somebody's house and eat off their countertop?
Yeah. Hell, effing no.
Dude, I don't even know what they put on their countertop.
Exactly. Or if they disinfected it before they started playing with the food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, as I was talking, there's the purse cake that I made. Now, this was a diabetic-friendly version.
That is adorable.
So I used the frosting, but the non-diabetic version will have fondant covering the whole thing, so it looks like a real purse. But this is as close as I could do with using, diabetic-friendly items.
That's a really good bow.
Thank you.
You're awesome.
I've been telling him that for years, but he never listens to me.
Well,
it's like listening to my sister. What?
Yeah. Kiss my ass.
I knew it would come in there sooner or later. How many times have we gotten Pam to curse tonight?
Quite a few times.
Now, I could guarantee I could get her to do it right away in just one word. One word. Yeah. Anywho.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah. All I have to do is say a name.
Fuck off.
I didn't even say the name. Gosh.
You were thinking it. That's the issue. You were thinking that name.
What? Not me.
Give yourself a smack on the back of the head. Yes, you were. I know better.
All right. I am going to bring up for the end of the show tonight probably one of the most controversial subjects out there, because I've heard this, I've seen it, and it's really starting to disturb me. Okay. I'm going to start with the headline here to open it up.
Okay.
So you'll probably guess the topic after this. But Dracula's Castle is a bloody good place to get a COVID-19 shot.
Oh, for the love of.
Well, here's the real issue. Now, yes, that's real.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also states that are offering money, rewards, and all that for people to go and get a COVID-19 shot.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with this issue?
That's bribery.
Exactly.
Yep.
And now, if they a date with Tom Selleck, maybe.
Oh, okay. So we know how to convince her. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, we couldn't get Tom today. Would you be okay with Sam Elliott?
Oh yeah, sure. Not a problem.
Wow. Look, see?
Not a problem. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Well, in this particular case, yeah, I don't know why anyone needs to be bribed to take a vaccine shot.
Right.
Monkey, I see you up there.
Yes, he is up there.
I don't know why anyone needs to be bribed. It's a decision you have to make on your own.
Yeah.
Not be bribed to take it. Hey, we're going to give, and this is also another one, we give out free alcoholic drinks if y'all come and get your COVID shot.
Or get a day of pay.
Well, technically,
Well, that's probably for the reaction kind of thing.
Well, no, your job should pay you for that. It's like going to what do you call that? Jury duty.
They don't pay you.
Well, they're supposed to do some kind of compensation. The difference of what you get from the courts.
I'm trying to remember. It's been a long time, and something that you have to give them your money. You get paid to go on jury duty.
Right. Well,
remember how much you guys did. You have to turn the money into HR or something like that.
Dude, the last time I went to jury duty, I think it was a $2 check. I was like, that's a slap in the face.
Right.
More for parking. Duh.
Take the bus.
I don't know. Nope. I don't know. I'm not too keen
or
on
they
it,
give
so.
you I'm not for sure, but I think it's 2 hours of pay, not a whole day of pay. I might be wrong on that.
Well, I don't get paid, so 2 hours of
Right.
nothing is still
I
nothing.
guess it doesn't matter either way, right?
Well, that is Tiger's job. He told me that he can either get, I'm not for sure exactly, an hour or two of pay or a whole day's pay for getting the shot. If it's 2 hours pay, that ain't even worth getting the shot.
Well, no, wait. That depends on how much they make. And I say that because I've had
is it going to be tax-free?
Well, no, it wouldn't be tax-free. They
Of course
still
not.
But the thing is, look, if you're making, let's just say $25 an hour, and you get 2 hours pay, that's $50. They take out the tax from that. That's really like about what, $2?
Yeah.
So
Sure.
$48 is what you still made for going to jury duty, plus the little check they give you, which balances the taxes. You know,
I like how we were talking about COVID shots, not jury duty.
I know, right? I just don't think you need to be bribed to.
Exactly.
Okay, so here's the question for all the viewers that go and check out the video, even the ones that come and watch it later. Please put in the comments below what you think. Do you think it's that we should be bribed to take the COVID shot, or do you think it's a choice that you should? I can't answer that. I can, but I won't. Not on the air. There's this big controversy that's going around that people are getting upset about, because there's people who have gotten a shot and said, wait, I didn't get nothing like that. You know, so it might, if we're not careful, this kind of bribery stuff can actually turn into a very ugly situation.
Well, they don't have to worry about me because I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just one of the things that, you know, is out there, and I'm kind of curious what everyone else thinks. Don't forget to also like and subscribe to the station as we bring in more shows, live shows, obviously, and we're still working on the music video thing, which should be coming out pretty soon, and, you know, a lot of other cool stuff. But back to this. No, I don't know. Well, see, and she makes a good point there, too. I like this comment. If they are going to start bribing people, then eventually that's what's going to happen. The number one thing, people would hold out for better stuff.
Yep.
Oh, you're going to give away a 70-inch TV? All right, now I'll come get my shot.
And who's going to be paying for all this? The taxpayer.
Right.
Yeah, technically. Yeah, everyone who pays the taxes are going to pay it back, you know, so yeah. And
no.
Here's another thing I have to ask.
What's that?
Why the heck do we have an increase in the price of wood?
What?
Plywood went from being like $8 a sheet to $48 a sheet.
I've seen that.
What the hell?
Yeah, all this stuff is going up like crazy.
Now
probably because the minimum wage went up too. I know.
No, it has nothing to do with that.
And by the way, listen to them carefully. That minimum wage was for federal employees, not everyone else.
Really?
Only federal employees. Yes. I had to listen to that a couple of times to catch that. So, yeah, that is a big, ugly, nasty no-no that they put out there that I have no idea why. The other thing is if you've ever heard of price gouging, this is a very big example of it. And everybody took advantage of it.
Yep.
Now, here's what's going to happen. Because they did this, those stores are going to start losing money.
Yep.
And then they're going to claim that people aren't spending. Well, duh. And then we're going to go back to where everybody says, well, we need a bailout. We're not going to make it. And so government's going to have to be forced to go and do that again. Look, if they really want to try to save and help Americans, which if you listen to the Constitution straight out says, we the people for the people.
People, yeah.
Okay? Not we for ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay? So, why not bring prices back down to affordable, help people start spending while they're getting their jobs and stuff. This way you can bring the economy back up. Make people
Exactly.
secure in their
Yeah,
spending.
if it's that expensive, nobody's gonna buy it. It's just gonna be sitting there, not getting
And-
bought, and nobody's gonna be
collecting-
making money.
Right. Well, look at it. I've talked to people in the past about this, that the cost of certain things, like say, okay, remember at one time sodas were like a nickel or a dime?
Yep.
Okay. And now how much is a single soda in a vending machine? $1.75?
Is it
Yeah.
really? I haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Look, I put this over here so I could do this. $1.75 for a can of soda.
Yep.
$1.75. Okay, but then if you go into the store and you buy the whole box thing, it's only $3.33. Which way saves you money?
The $3.
So, and I know Pam knows which store I'm referring to is charging that $1.75.
Yes, I do.
But see, the thing is you're forcing people to go into the store because they don't want to have to pay that price. And then they look and they say, well, gosh, I can get this for cheaper.
Yeah.
And I understand the concept. Here's how this concept works. Pay very close attention, folks, because this is important. The idea of most businesses is to get you in the door. Get you in the door and do certain, once you get in there, they have what they call impulse buy products. This is all the stuff that's right there by the registers.
Yep.
Even the self-checkout registers.
Yep.
And the reason is you look at it and you say, oh my gosh, yeah, I want that.
Do I need that or do I want that?
No, that's not the question that runs through your mind.
I do on a daily basis. Sorry.
I was going to buy a bag of Funyuns today to point this out too.
Right.
And I forgot I didn't buy it. But when's the last time you had Funyuns?
Years.
Yeah, same here. Stella and I were talking about that. It's like, God, it's been years since we've had Funyuns. But the point is they're always by the register. They have those little bags of chips and stuff by the register. And when you're there, if you walk into a store hungry,
that's where
you're going to buy things because you're starving and it looks good.
Right.
This is the psychological part that that Evie's putting in the chat. But there's other things, and so as you're going in, and see, here's the other catch: $1.75 for the soda can. And where are the sodas in the store? The very back.
Very back.
What did they just do?
They just made you buy all kinds of stuff on the way back to get your sodas.
Yep. Exactly.
How do I know? I work at a place that has them in the back by the dairy and the water.
Yep. There you go. Exactly. And what's funny is, okay, dairy, healthy. Water, healthy.
Healthy. Soda and juice in the middle. Well, soda is not healthy and juice is. And they
depending on the juice. We got to be very careful about that. It's depending on the juice. Because there are some juices that are high fructose syrup and high sugar. Look, if you want to get something healthy, it has to have less than 12 grams of sugar to be reasonably healthy. And I say reasonably because my dietitian tells me that. So if you look at a can of soda like this one, 39 grams of sugar. Just for one. And I love, now this says serving size 1 can. But if you ever get a package, like say a package of Funyuns, do you know that says that little bag is 2 servings or sometimes 3?
Where do they figure that out?
Very good question.
Because the bag is about like this, and half that bag is nothing but air. And you only get maybe a half a serving.
But it is the way they count it out. And this is how they get the health out of it, the health issue or health points out of it. And so that's where, we start to, and there's people who will go and get it and think that, God, that's a lot, or that's not enough, and they devour it. And okay. And that's another thing. Yeah. I have to add that too, because certain people have to watch their sodium levels. Right. They have to watch certain things. Now, science has done that. They've calculated the calories. They calculated all the health stuff. And this is still based on mostly the diet plans that we grew up in school with. Right. It hasn't changed.
Yeah. Oh, and don't forget, while you're walking back there to get your soda, you have your beer and your beer and wine coolers and mixtures there too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't forget those.
Yep. So these companies know how to do that. Now, there are companies who put the sodas, like a single soda, right there by the registers.
Mm-hmm. Every other one.
And it's, you don't have to worry about making your way back to the store. So if you are in the back of the store.
Right.
But guess what? When you're still going there, there's the impulse buy stuff.
Yep, the candies and crackers and cookies and whatnot.
So the controversy that centers around a lot of this stuff really
mind blows me.
Yeah, and there's no reason for the price gouging.
No, really, there's not.
No reason for the price gouging. I would love to go back to, let's see if I still have this photo for you guys. I would love to go back to one of these days. Do I still have? Oh, I do. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Can we just do that? Yeah, we can. Woohoo. All right. Get ready for this. How many of you remember this?
Oh my God, wow.
Let's see. That's probably in the late 90s.
You think that's the 90s? No. I say that's 80s. I'm looking at
I don't know. I remember when Tom came up from Kansas. It was $1. This is right under $1.
This is a brand new. Yeah, this is a brand new
2001.
Well, the Fiero was an 80s car.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking at this small Chevy. Forgot what brand, what Chevy that was. That was it's their mini truck, not their full size truck. It's their mini truck, and then that's a custom camper. So, but then there's a Volvo, square Volvo. See, I could tell. I was the type of person, I could tell my vehicles by their shapes.
Right.
And now it's getting harder. But look at the gas prices. 83 cents.
I think that was in the early 80s.
You think that's early 80s?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Mid 80s.
I mean, I see 3 gas stations here. There's one that's hidden way in the back. It's probably hard for everyone to see. But it looks like it says 81 and 85 cents. Then this Exxon here is 83 and 87. And then, of course, Gulf, which I haven't seen a Gulf gas station in years. And regular leaded 83. Unleaded, 88. Go back to, when did they have leaded gas?
80s.
Uh-huh. So, and EV, we don't have a gas shortage.
Well, I will have to say, I remember gas being gouged in the late 90s because I worked at a gas station. And there was a line to no end because they thought we were going to raise up the prices of gas at the time.
Well, there is...
And they were saying it was a gas shortage.
They're going to constantly mention gas shortages. And the reason being is we've got so many tankers of, crude floating around in the ocean that hasn't been processed. And they argue back and forth. Who owns it? Who's going to get it? Right?
Right.
And then, which apparently is supposed to be ours anyways. But then let's talk about all the oil that's been stopped in Texas because we have so much, all the oil reserves that the United States has alone, and they're not using, they're hoarding it and trying to get it from overseas because a lot of these politicians have their hands in those cookie jars, and so they want to keep making money off of that as well. Seriously, you got to help the Americans. You need to stop gouging them. You need to stop hurting them and start helping.
Right.
I hate to tell you this, and this is going to be a very ugly number, and you can see it on the news. You can look it up in your newspaper. But truth of the matter is, America has become one of the top illiterate states. As of COVID, there's kids who are dropping out of school. I didn't know this. I didn't know it was even possible. And I heard a psychologist say the same thing. But there's kids who've been wanting to get into their preschool. Parents made it a hype.
Yeah.
And they had to do it virtually because of COVID.
Right.
They got depressed because they couldn't go to school.
Yeah.
How old is a preschooler? About 5 or 6?
Yeah. Well, preschooler, probably about 4.
Okay. Have you ever heard of depression in a child that old, that young?
No.
Exactly. So some psychologists were saying that. I never heard of this. And you know what? In my studies of psychology, I never heard of that. There's
right.
So it blows me away that we can see this and those idiots up on the hill can hear this and don't do nothing about it. No offense. I'm not against any of them. I know they're doing whatever they have to, but the point of the matter, and there's some good ones and there's some bad ones, but the point of the matter is they're not paying attention to the people.
Yeah, they're not.
As the Constitution says. See, if I was to run for some kind of political office, the first thing I would do, because you have to swear in by it, by the Constitution.
Right.
We the people for the
people.
And if you're not for the people, what good are you?
Yeah. And if you're
most of them aren't any good for anything.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They just want to lie to everybody and
not
do what they're saying
what they want to hear. They get in office and they do what they want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can't do that. I can't. I mean, that's why I say I can't stand it. And I've been told there's 2 groups of people that as long as they're talking, they're lies. Number 1 is politicians. Number 2 is the newscasters. And like I said, now this is what I've been told. Okay. I'm not endorsing any of that. But the point is,
have a conscience.
It's somewhat true, I hate to say it, but we know that the news is being fed certain things, and we know that every politician that gets in there has said, I'm going to do this, and they don't.
Exactly.
And that goes all the way to the current president. Every president said they were going to do certain things. They did not do. Sure, they do one or two things that makes them look good, but that doesn't mean they kept every single promise that got them their election.
Right.
So, and I know I've got somebody listening right now that's probably going to give me an earful later, right, Jason? And
Jason can just shush.
Right?
It's our conversation, not his.
I don't know how he's biting his tongue to not comment right now. But
yeah, he's a good boy right now.
Yeah, really.
He'll wait until later and give us a.
Once he's had enough alcohol in his hand. But yeah, I mean, these are some of the controversial things that have been coming up that we as Americans really need to pay attention to. And eventually, if we're not standing up for it, then we're allowing it to happen.
Exactly.
And every time, and you say, okay, look, I take the glasses off to be serious for a moment. Everybody says, well, there's nothing I can do. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. When it comes time to voting,
vote them out.
Yep. You can make your opinion stated there. Not only that, but pay attention to the bills that they put on there. There's actual bills that they get you to vote on, like making marijuana legal in the state. Hey, that's a great thing because it does help. Now, not because I want to talk about a bunch of druggies, but it does help people who need it for pain, for PTSD, for cancer, there's so many things that we have found over the years that marijuana products, cannabinoids, have helped individuals.
Right.
Depression, gosh, there's so much. But that's the serious side of it. You can help through voting. These protests where you decide to destroy a whole city, no,
not good.
No, you can protest without destroying stuff. And I tell you, there is a clean, nice way of protesting to still get your point across. Right. For example, you don't want to pay the price at the gas station? Don't get gas. If you don't want to pay the price at the gas station, don't get gas. You don't want to pay the price at the stores, don't get those items. You can find cheaper alternatives in different locations, except for probably gas. But I knew he was coming in to say something.
Jason, calm down there, son. You can wait until after.
Okay. No, he makes a great point.
I like whoever Jason Maxwell is. Yay.
We as Americans are the ones to blame because we as Americans keep voting these idiots in office. I'm sorry, but there is no reason for someone over the age of 80 should be in government for over 30 years. Yes, you are absolutely right.
He does have a point.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. That's a perfect way to wrap up the show for tonight. I know we went over with rants.
Who is Jason Maxwell?
He's a good friend of ours.
Yeah.
Well, good for you, Jason. I agree.
So on that note, folks, we're out of here. We are going to weather pending.
Crossing my fingers.
Yeah. 2 weeks of storms in Texas, and this is where our headquarters are. So weather pending, we'll be on. We will not schedule a guest for at least the next 2 weeks because of not knowing whether the weather is going to take power or not, and I'd hate to do that to a guest. So we will do crazy stuff still to kind of still be fun and try to schedule in people the following month and bring things back to normality once the weather has cleared up for us.
Exactly.
But on that note, Thank you, guys. And we'll
You're
see
welcome.
you.
Thank you.